here's a fun story with a happy ending. There's a popular account, was a popular account on X called LA Scanner, and it's a leftist account. And during the LA riots over the past few days, this account started posting information about ICE raids. And then it also started posting information about where ICE agents could be found. And I'm not going to put any of this screenshots up on the screen, obviously, because I don't want to spread any of this information. But as one example, he somehow found out about a hotel where some ICE agents were allegedly staying. And he posted the hotel with the exact address. And he was also posting home addresses and so on and so on. Why was he doing this? Well, obviously, he was hoping that violent mobs would show up where these people were living and sleeping and accost or assault them. I mean, why else would you post that information? There's no other reason to post it. So now for the happy ending. Apparently, some of the good folks on X didn't take very kindly to this, and so they decided to fight back, fight fire with fire, and they found out who was behind this anonymous LA Scanner account, and they posted his personal information. They also reported him to law enforcement because what he was doing was obviously highly illegal on several different levels. And soon the guy behind the account named Jack Quillen was forced to issue a public apology and delete his entire account and announce that he will turn himself in to law enforcement. And it was also revealed that this guy is a convicted felon. He was convicted of stalking, so no big surprise there. But he had to issue this apology. I'll read the apology that he issued. He said, "I want to issue a formal apology. I should not have posted the information or the locations of ICE raids, and I will no longer do so. I've contacted the authorities to take responsibility, and they are currently reviewing my account to determine if any laws were broken. If it's found that I violated the law, I will cooperate fully and turn myself in. To those targeting my family, please, I'm begging you to stop. They've done nothing wrong and do not deserve to be dragged into this. The anger should be directed at me, not them. Someone's already come to my home, pounding on my door and demanding to confront me. This has gone too far. To anyone I may have put at risk, I sincerely apologize. This was never my intention." It's gone too far. Now that people are coming to his home and pounding on his door, wanting to confront him, it's gone too far. He was trying to send mobs to the homes and locations of ICE agents so that they would do the exact same thing to those ICE agents. That's not going too far. It's going too far when it happens to him. So that was the apology. And if you're wondering what this guy looks like, here's a video that he posted on a different account unrelated to the doxing story. I guess this was a video posted at some point earlier, and the journalist Colin Rugg reposted this. So I just want to play it just so you can see what this guy looks like and sounds like. This is apparently Jack Quillen. Here it is. Watch.
The U.S. Secret Service confirmed visiting a Southside school as part of an investigation into a threat. Initially, Chicago Public Schools, or CPS, reported that the agents were from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. But ICE denied involvement. The Secret Service agent said that they were directed to Hamline Elementary School after visiting a home, but did not enter the school.
So, of course, he looks like that. He looks exactly as you would expect. Another tough-talking, anonymous account run by a guy who looks like a melting snowman. And no disrespect to him. I don't say that as an insult, of course. It's really just a medical observation. I'm actually concerned about him. I'm concerned he might have some real medical issues, legal issues too, but he might have medical issues also. Because I don't think a person isn't supposed to look, like that. But this story only goes to show that the only thing that works, the only thing that stops this kind of behavior, the only thing is consequence. There must be consequences, punishment. It's the only thing that matters, the only thing these people respond to. This guy was doxing law enforcement officers, and then he got doxed. And now he's learned his lesson. I can't think of any other way that it would be learned other than him also going to prison, which hopefully he does. But the thing is that the right for a long time has been hung up on this idea that we can't stoop to their level. We must not stoop to their level. Well, okay, then we'll just lose, I guess, in that case. Because that's the other option. If you won't fight them on their level, you will lose on their level. It's like, think of it like leverage in sports, in football. In the trenches, at the line of scrimmage, the lowest man wins. if you're on the offensive line and the defensive tackle across from you gets lower than you do, you're going to lose that battle. You're going to get bowled over, and he's going to go sack the quarterback. So you can't stand there and say, I'm not going to stoop to his level. I refuse. That's a good way to get knocked on your ass. And I think metaphorically, a similar thing has happened culturally and politically, where the right didn't want to get as low as the left was getting. And so we just got bowled over. Now, I'm not saying that we should abandon our morals, abandon our dignity. I'm not arguing for any kind of moral relativism. That's not it at all. But responding with proportional force and proportional tactics is not abandoning morals. A guy was doxing ICE agents and trying to get them killed. He got doxed by other people. That feels pretty proportional. And that's the only way that this stops. That's the only thing that they'll respond to. And we're seeing this that goes for all these rioters. We talked yesterday. There was the clip of a rioter. In fact, it's not just one clip. There are many rioters doing this, but one clip in particular of a guy that was throwing rocks, like good size, big rocks, at vehicles that were moving at high rates of speed. Now you could kill someone doing that very easily. People have died that way. There are many cases of people dying from rocks being thrown at vehicles. This is like a relatively common thing. We've seen many cases of it. So, the update today is that law enforcement, they're looking for this guy. They've identified him. Apparently he was like a 40-year-old guy. Okay. This wasn't even a teenager out there doing this. And even if it was, they still should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. This was an adult man, a guy older than me out there doing this. And law enforcement's looking for him. It's good that they're looking for him. I assume they're going to find him. But the next step is that guy needs to go to prison for a long time. That's proportional. That is justice. Okay. A proportional response is you go find that guy, find any rioter who threw any kind of object, any kind of potentially lethal object. There's a brick, a cinder block, a rock. Any rioter who threw any kind of potentially lethal object, find every single one of them and throw them in prison. Prosecute them as attempted murderers, because that's what all of them are, and throw them in prison for a very long time. Like your life is ruined. You find those people, you put them in handcuffs, and you say to them, your life is ruined now. You've just ruined your life. Your life is never going to be the same. And you've ruined your entire life. You're going to live the rest of your life every single day. When you wake up, you're going to regret your decision to do that. You threw that rock at that cop. You threw it at a car. Every day for the rest of your life, for as long as you live, you're going to wake up, and the first thing you're going to think is that you wish you hadn't done that. And there's not going to be any respite. It's not going to change. You're not getting out of it. There will be no mercy. You can apologize and cry all you want. Doesn't matter. Sorry, your life is ruined. You did that to yourself. You respond that way enough times to enough people, and that's how you see a restoration of a basic sense of order and dignity in our society. And there's just